Right, I thought I'd do a quick review of the Workzone table vise here. So, just got this from the shop. Box out of the way. It says it's got a 50mm clamping capacity, made of aluminium die cast metal, full swivel, soft jaws and a locking base. Made for ALDI stores in Ireland. Made in China, obviously. It's got a handy little bit there that allows this to move. Tighten it up, stops it moving. Now I have already opened this once, and this fell off because a little grub screw was screwed out a little bit too far. So that could possibly do with a little bit of an issue. Now my table has a lip on it here. It's got like an edge, so I don't think this is going to clip onto my table very well. It could do with a deeper reach really to grip on properly, but we shall see because my table's quite deep. Grips on alright on there. Right. That is where it's going to have to sit. I can get it all into the metal, but I'm doubtful. No, I can't get it all the way over the metal. Right. So my vise is going to have to sit here, I'm afraid. Right on the edge, which isn't going to make it very strong a grip, but I do have an answer to that. Let's get a better desk. Right, I feel the rubber compressing. That's it, fairly secure. Now, turn it the right way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it like this. Just tighten it up a little bit, open the jaws a bit. You could do with a little bit of grease on there, just to stop it from being sloppy. Now, I noticed this when I was in the shop and there was one open there. It has this lovely set of rubber jaws, which is ideal for holding onto a lock, for instance. Put it the right way up here. Where you don't want to damage the lock and it wants to have quite a bit of grip, just tighten that up a little bit more. I mean, it's holding on to it quite well there. But something else I noticed, if you take these rubber bits off, it's still quite flat. There's no teeth on it at all, so it's not going to damage your lock. Now the other one that I've got over there, which is the one I'm going to review next, might be more suitable if I had a nice smooth surface, but my desk, unfortunately, also, it's a bit mucky, but it's got grooves in it. It's none that way, but there are that way. So we'll have to see how that one works. But it's got much better jaws. Oh, somebody's just sent me a message. Right, so that's the Workzone with the vise. You can also undo the scrub screw and remove all of these parts here so you can get that ball out. You can unscrew that from the top with an Allen key. It's dismantleable, you could fix it if you needed to. Right. At the same time, I decided to get this one, because I assumed my desk having a very, very small lip on the edge here before it goes down into the large metal frame makes it quite sturdy. That vise wouldn't grip on properly. So I also got one of these, which is a suction vise. Same, it's got a rubber seal, etc. I always keep my receipt in the box, so keep my box for at least a little while, just until, sorry I knocked the camera. Now, the thing with this one is, it's quite roughly smoothed off. So I think the first thing I would be doing is getting some sandpaper and sanding this edge down just a little bit. This one's jaws are much better. The other one's jaws do have little rubber like nodules on them. Don't know if you can see them there. And they're rough, but they're quite close together. And underneath, as I say, it's got a flat, smooth jaw. This one is the one that I liked the most. Now, let's see if it suctions. I'll just move my keyboard out of the way. Balance it on top of there. My desk is not clean because my children are eating curry tonight on it. Right. See if it sticks. Wow, it sticks. That's good going. Right. I'm very surprised it's stuck because this desk is, oh yeah, you see there. This desk is not airtight as such. Just tighten up the jaws slightly there and open it. And it's quite sturdy. If I unclamp it again, stick a bit of liquid on it. Try clamping it down again just to see if it'll stick a bit more. Stay on for a little bit. Right. Now these rubber jaws come off, and underneath you have up and down grooves. Now I can imagine these would be very handy if you had a lock that you needed to have at a certain angle, or if you had something else that you need to hold on to. Like a nut or a bolt, which obviously, you know, if you're making your tools, for instance, and you tighten this up, it's come off the desk again. Again, this could do with some grease on it. It's a little bit rough around the edges. If I were making tools and needing to use the file, I could have it set like that. Have the tool in there, it's not going to move anywhere. It's got a bit of flex on it, I could sand away, and yes, this is razor sharp, tough fingers. But pop that back on, pop that back on, open the jaws up, see what its maximum reach is. It should in theory be the same as the other one because it's got the same screw on it and the same sort of length top on it. So, I think this will handle some of the bigger padlocks that you do. Right, that's its maximum. Actually have a look. I would imagine my camera has gone crazy by now because it's got yellow in the background. So it thinks everything is on satellite, on fluorescent lights. Oh, I think I've lost my tape measure. Anyway, says on the box is still the same 50mm clamping capacity. It'll certainly handle some of the bigger locks. We'll handle them in more than one orientation. As long as you nip this up properly, it won't rotate at all. It's got a good grip there. Anyway, that's for now. Ta-da. Where's the button?